Hey guys, and welcome back to Pickin' Ain't Easy. I am Bill, and this is Blondie. And this video is all about what we sold in May. Now, I'm going to let you know right now that May was not a good month for our eBay, Poshmark, or Facebook sales. It was just bad all around. But we're going to let you guys know what we sold. And I'll let Blondie get it kicked off right now.
All right. Well, the first thing that we sold was a Department 56 Halloween Village. We paid about $1 and it sold for $6 plus shipping.
All right, next up we got PlayStation 4 game Shadow of Mordor. This was part of our home pick during COVID, where we couldn't really get out and source, so we decided to basically do a pick of our house. And it sold for $8.49 plus shipping.
Okay, the next item we actually sold on Poshmark. It was a Peter Millar polo. We paid $2 for it, and we sold it for $13.99. And that was like one of the first things that we ever sold on Poshmark. So
yep, we finally got our Poshmark up and running, and actually right now it's pretty strong. I think it has like 30 items already on there. So we've been listing on Poshmark pretty quickly.
Actually, Tim has, not me.
It's crazy. Like literally within the first 24 hours, I think I listed 5 items, and within the first 24 hours, 2 items sold, and now we have 32 or 34 items, and we haven't sold anything else on Poshmark. So that's kind of weird and annoying. But we're gonna keep listing, and hopefully sales will pick up. So moving on to our only Facebook Marketplace sale of the entire month of May, we have I think there's 14 emoji golf balls, and there's a little green one that's like the Hulk. These were new in the box. We picked them up for about $2, and they sold for $10.
Okay, and the next item is a blue 2015 ladies masters hat, and we also sold that on Poshmark. We paid $1 for it, and we sold it for $20.
Next up, another item from our home pick. We have Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the PlayStation 4. That sold for $15.99 plus shipping.
And then the next thing that we sold, oh man, were the Star Wars Queen Amidala dolls. So Bill actually drove 30 minutes each way to get these because he saw them on Marketplace. He paid $15 for them, and we sold them for $40.
Pretty good.
You would think. We did not charge appropriate shipping. Unfortunately, it might have been like decent, like just we're scraping by, except for the person who bought them was in California.
As far as you can go west, basically.
So we actually, all in all, we lost money on that one because the shipping, we sat up here for probably an hour at least, like trying to.
The shipping alone was like $40-something.
We ended up having to split it into 2 boxes, right?
Yeah, because that was the cheapest we could get it.
It was actually cheaper to ship it in 2 boxes. So that's what we did, but we still lost money on that deal, not including the time and gas that Bill spent going to get it.
So, yeah, and we charged like, I think it was $13 in shipping for that. So if you add up that they paid $40 plus $13 shipping, we still lost money on the sale.
I think, wasn't the shipping like $40?
The shipping alone, it was like $37 or $38. So, yeah, we ended up losing like $3 and some change on that. I don't think it's a bad buy. I think that it is I think it is a lesson learned.
Okay.
That's what I think it is.
It was a big lesson learned. The time invested in the going to get it, doing the shipping, trying to find a box. Like, we made a box. We actually ended up making one to fit like.
We made like 3 boxes. Yeah. That was like, we listed that. That was one of the first items we ever bought. So.
You bought.
That was one of the first items I ever bought. So, and one of the first listings I ever did, of course. We were still new, and like we've struggled with shipping a couple times. If you've seen all of our videos, you'll hear us talk about like the golf club, the first driver we ever sold, and a couple other things. But yeah, that one hurt because I really thought that was a cool item or cool items, and I'm a Star Wars fan, so it was sad to lose money on that sale.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have a FootJoy Titleist polo. It's actually got Titleist on the sleeve. Look out for these. These things are highly sought after. These shirts were getting like 20 views a day. We had 2 of them. The first one sold a while back. This one hung around a little bit longer, but it had a lot of views. A lot of people are looking for these. I think the biggest problem that we had with it was ours was a medium. If it had been a better size, maybe a large or XL, it would have sold faster. But eventually it sold for $35 and we paid $2 for it. So, you know, all in all, that's a good buy.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have a Dremel 7300. There's more to the name. You don't need to know it. This was another item from our home pick. We tried to use this thing on our dogs, but they were not having it. We tried to like trick them to look the other way, like treats. And as soon as you turn this thing off, our dog's just not having it, ready to start snapping at it because he's scared of it and stuff like that. So we actually never used it. Opened the box, turned it on, knew it worked, had all the parts, but technically it was never actually used. We listed it as pre-owned or whatever, but Blondie did it as an auction. So actually worked out pretty well. It ended up selling for $50 plus shipping.
And then the last item was a little bit of a thorn in our side this month or last month. It was a vintage Waterpik plaque remover. It was 2 separate boxes, still in the plastic packaging. Very nice. We paid $2.86. We'd had it for a couple months, and then someone kept sending us offers that were getting auto declined because we had it set to, I don't even know what
we had it set to like only view offers at a certain
limit. So he had been sending offers and they were getting auto declined by eBay because they weren't at our minimum offer amount. So then, you know, we get an offer come in from this guy. We accept it. And then like basically, I don't know if it was like that evening or what, it doesn't matter. But we get a message from him that says, sorry, but with the price going up to almost $100, I just can't justify buying something that doesn't even ever work for that long. And so I was so confused because I thought like, first of all, you sent us the offer, we accepted it. And then now you're acting like that we made the price go up when you knew the price because you set the price. I was confused. So I sent an email back and I said, I'm just confused. I genuinely thought that maybe he had sent the message to the wrong person because I was so confused. And I said, what did I say? What did I say?
You said something like, I don't understand what you mean. The price didn't go up. That's the offer you sent.
Yeah.
Like you made the offer basically, and we accepted it. So you were confused about what he meant by the price went up.
And then I think I said, would you like us to cancel the order?
Yes.
And then he comes back and says, basically, what's your return policy? These typically don't even last 30 days. And I'm thinking, if you've obviously bought these before, why are you going to spend almost $100? Yeah. To risk it, I don't know. And then, like, so the thing is, too, it was a large item, kind of heavy. Like, it's going to be expensive for us to ship. So if he sends it back, what?
He was in Washington.
Yeah, he was in Washington.
So, and we had done the shipping wrong again. So it was going to cost us like $40 to ship it.
It was, yeah. Because this was one of the first ones that we had listed as well. And so this was going to be a big problem because we're knowing that, like, I think what happened, I think from the get-go, this guy started sending offers and they're getting auto declined by eBay because they weren't at our minimum to even look at. So we didn't even know he was sending offers when he was sending his initial ones. Well, he sent like 4 that we didn't even see and they were getting declined. And I really think that he just started sending offers to see what was going to finally get to us. And then when it finally did and we accepted, I just don't even think he was thinking about the repercussions of that he now is expected to buy the item, according to eBay. And I think he was just looking for every reason not to do it. It was very sketchy because this would have been a big deal, because then we would have had to have refunded him for the item, refunded him for shipping.
If he would have returned it.
Yeah, which he would have. But he was basically telling us he was going to return it.
Yeah, there were a couple red flags.
Telling us it doesn't work.
Whenever we would ask him if he would like to cancel the order, he would totally avoid that question, but he wouldn't pay for it. Mm-hmm. And the thing about eBay is, as a seller, if we cancel that order, at least to my knowledge, as new eBay sellers, this is our knowledge. So if you know more about it, please let us know in the comments, because we would love advice in the future. But to our knowledge, the only way that a seller, us, could cancel the order without getting dinged by eBay would be if the buyer requests the order be canceled. If we cancel it for any other reason, then basically we would get a strike on our account. I don't know, you can't see the strikes or anything, but I don't know how many you have to get, and eventually you get suspended for X amount of days, or eventually your account can get removed and you can't sell or buy on eBay anymore. But unless there's a problem with the buyer's shipping address or something like that, there's no way for a seller to cancel the order unless the buyer says, I want you to cancel the order. So we asked this guy 3 times, because he wouldn't pay. He was not paying. We asked him 3 times, do you want to cancel the order? And every time he completely ignored that question, and he would ask about our return policy. He would ask if this thing doesn't work, I don't understand why I'm paying this much because it doesn't work that long, things like that. So we reached out to eBay Twitter, and they actually weren't a lot of help. They were friendly, but they were like, no, you should do an unpaid item case against him. And we could have done that. That was definitely an option, but we were afraid, just based on the things this guy was saying, and the way that our conversations with him had been going, that when we opened the unpaid item case, he would pay for it, get it, we'd have to ship it out to him and spend way too much money on shipping to get it all the way out there, and he would basically use it for 29 days, open up a return, use it for another 30 days, because once you open up a return on eBay, you have 30 days to return it, which is crap. Just gonna say, that's crap. So he would basically use it for 60 days, use the crap out of it, and then return it to us, and then we would have to pay return shipping. So we would have lost $80 in shipping alone right there. So eBay Twitter told us to open up an unpaid item case. I didn't like that, so I reached out to eBay on Facebook. And the one silver lining that we had is in the first message that he sent us. He said his last sentence was, I can't justify paying that much, when he was including shipping and tax and everything and onto his original amount, saying it was close to $100. So I took that line and I reached out to eBay on Facebook and I said, does this qualify as a buyer saying he wants to cancel the order? And they said, yes, it does. They recommended we open up an unpaid item case, but they said that qualified as him saying he wanted to cancel the order. So we blocked him, canceled the order, moved on, and sold this to someone else.
Right, and it was kind of weird because it had been sitting there for months, and then someone else bought it almost right away, and it kind of freaked us out. But so far, so good.
Yeah, the person that bought it this time was on the complete other side of the country. So
yep.
Hopefully they don't know him, and they haven't tried to return it yet. But that is our eBay sales. Do you have for the month of May? Do you have anything else for us, Blondie? Alright guys, if you want to see what items we have in our shop, I'm going to include a link to our shop below in the description. Make sure you smash that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And do consider subscribing if you haven't already. That would be fantastic. I know we would enjoy it, and you would also see when we put out new videos. So that's it for this video, guys. Remember, picking ain't easy.